haven't seen anything in my entire 20 years of practicing law that it is so clear that someone did something wrong.
Attorney Hilton Napoleon is representing DeMore in the lawsuit, which claims Perez harassed the couple for years, including making unfounded claims to get Javon arrested on multiple occasions for battery and domestic violence, charges prosecutors did not pursue.
The state attorney's office wrote a 11-page scathing closeout memoranda, which basically said that her mother made false allegations to the police.
In this closeout memo, a prosecutor with the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office cites DeMore's lack of cooperation and raises concerns about some of the evidence and how it was obtained. The prosecutor also wrote DeMore was wrongfully Baker acted last year, something her mother's attorney disputes in this letter, challenging many of the memo's other conclusions.
I have 3 different collateral sources of information that say that she's been acting psychotic, that she threatened to overdose yesterday.
DeMore's lawsuit alleges her mother conspired with prominent psychiatrist Dr. Daniel Bober, seen here in body camera video, and others to have DeMore committed for a mental health evaluation. Bober cites supporting evidence from her family and diagnosed DeMore with an unspecified psychosis. He ordered she be taken to Memorial Regional Hospital, where he is chief of psychiatry, and where results from drug tests taken upon admission were negative, according to records DeMore shared with us.
They told me your tox screens came out negative, and I go, I know, I don't do drugs.
Views, conversations, and opinions expressed on this channel could be subjective or objective and are also for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Here on The Mix, we encourage and implore you to conduct your own research.
Hey everyone, welcome to The Mix. Like this video, share this video. Thank you guys for tuning in to my channel. Thank you very much. I know it's late. Sorry for the wait. Sorry for the late. Sorry for the late. Sorry for the wait. Like, share, subscribe. If you're interested in donating, hit that Cash App, Zelle, or PayPal. It is in the description section of this post. All donations will go toward content enhancement creation. Thank you very much in advance for your contribution to The Mix. It helps creators like myself grow and evolve. As you can see, what this video is going to be about, yes. And before I jump into the topic, I just want to say this. I don't know what's going on with this particular topic, but I know I was sharing some things on X, formerly known as Twitter, about my last video I did on Rock Nation, Desiree, and my account on X was suspended. I'm not understanding why. I don't have a huge following on X at all. I was in the process of building my X account, and of course I appealed it, but I don't know if this topic has something to do with it, because I was resharing other people's posts and commentary and just information on the Desiree Rock Nation case. So it's just, I was baffled. Yeah, it was my birthday, on the 30th, and they blocked me. That's what the next day, suspended my account. So I'm just like, I thought X was a free speech platform, and just for that to have happened, I'm like, what is going on here? So I'm taken aback, because suspended on X for, I don't know. I really don't know why they suspended my account. So I appealed it. I'm not worried, because like I said, first of all, I'm not monetized on X, and I don't have a huge following. So I was slowly but surely building my platform on X. So y'all, the X account information, don't use it for now. And I don't know if I'm gonna create another X account. I'm trying to see what's going on with this one first before I go ahead and do that. But stay tuned, stay connected. So I'm very disappointed. It was just kind of thrown off by that. So yeah, but yeah, as you can see what this video is going to be about. In this case, I'm going to go over the complaint, the full complaint. I haven't did that here on The Mix, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Let me jump right into it. Without further ado, here we go, because this case is diabolical, and Desiree's daughter posted something on X as well. I'll post that in the community section. She basically was thanking everyone for their support, and like I said, I'll post it in the community section. But here we go. Let me jump right into the complaint. I'm gonna share the screen. Okay, y'all. I'm reading the screen. Okay, it is. This was the case number is up top, the blue writing fonts, and this was filed on May 9th, 2025, United States District Court, Southern District of Florida, Civil Division. Desiree Hadley, who is Desiree Perez's daughter. So Desiree Hadley versus who? Desiree Perez, Rock Nation, Iconic Creative LLC, Daniel Bober, Nathaniel Anderson, and a slew of other people in a hospital, all of that, because this is borderline, to my understanding, a conspiracy, y'all. So Broward County Sheriff's Office, John Doe too. Oh my gosh. So it's a lot of people on this complaint. And again, DeMarais is the plaintiff, meaning a person who is going against these people, the defendants. And this is a civil complaint, you guys. So let me go back. Okay, it says verified complaints. Plaintiff DeMarais Hadley brings this complaint against Desiree Perez, Rock Nation, Iconic Creative, LLC, etc., etc. So it's naming all the people that DeMarais Hadley is going against. Okay, the party's jurisdiction, and so it gives the venue, all of that, where it is taking place. Okay, it says plaintiff DeMarais Hadley was a citizen of the state of Florida and a resident of Miami-Dade County, Florida, which is in the Southern District of Florida. Defendant Desiree Perez, formerly known as Desiree Rosa Gonzalez, Desiree Reynos, and Desiree Lopez, was a citizen of the state of New Jersey. Defendant Rock Nation was a New York corporation engaged in commercial activity throughout the United States. Defendant Desiree Perez was in chief executive officer. Defendant Iconic Creative, and it's going into all the people who is listed as defendants in their place of, I guess, location and jurisdiction. So, okay, that's what this is. I'm not going to go over all of this. Let's get into the meat of things. Okay. Down here, jurisdiction and venue. The court has subject matter jurisdiction over this action pursuant to, and it gives the statute. As the amounts in controversy exceeds $75,000, plaintiff also requests that this court exercise supplemental jurisdiction over her state law claims pursuant to, and it gives the statute here, because they arise out of the same operative nucleus of facts. Venue is proper because the majority of events or omissions giving rise to the claims occurred within Miami-Dade, Florida, and Broward County, Florida, both of which are in Southern District of Florida. So they're citing the jurisdiction where this complaint was filed is, and this is the mix interjecting, is correct and is proper because all the actions, the situation took place basically in Miami-Dade County. Okay, let's go to the next page. Okay, facts giving arise to the claims. Here we go. This case giving means to the phrase, you wouldn't believe it until you see it. Sheesh. Ooh, wait, they get, okay. Desiree Perez. Desiree is a former drug trafficker, confidential informant, and convicted felon who is now the CEO of Rock Nation in New York City. And let me interject really quickly. Desiree's criminal acts was pardoned by President Trump when he, during his first term. I don't know how they slipped that in, but Rock Nation got a pardon. To my understanding, I heard that it was in exchange for them not openly supporting Biden, Trump's first, at the end of his first term. So, okay. So let me continue. DeMarais Hadley. DeMarais is Desiree's biological daughter. Javon Hadley. Javon is DeMarais' husband. Y'all keep this in mind. DeMarais met Javon while they attended Miami Palomito Senior High School. DeMarais and Javon have been together for the past 15 years and got married in 2024. This complaint will refer to them collectively as the Hadleys. All right, so DeMarais is now married as of 2024, and DeMarais is Desiree's daughter. Okay. For the past 2 years, Desiree has used her money, power, and influence to tear the Hadleys apart. Sheesh. Desiree created an enterprise of individuals to effectuate her plots and use unlawful means to have Javon falsely arrested on 3 different occasions and DeMarais falsely detained under Florida's Baker Act and Marchman Act statutes. If you check out my last video I did on this, kind of like a summary, the Baker's Act is kind of like a conservatorship over an adult. So basically saying that the adult is, and I'm paraphrasing, is in fear of their life, or the adult is, a harm to themselves, allegedly, of course, in this case, or the adult just can't make decisions of his or her own. Okay. And other stuff that could state claims to this particular law to oversee an adult. Okay. Number 30. I'm on line number 30. Unfortunately, as detailed below, Desiree has a history of using illegal tactics to get her way, even if it requires wearing rubber gloves and providing false information to authorities. Oh my gosh, this is a picture. How did I get this picture? Oh my God, let me go back. Oh wow. Let me see, can I maximize this? No, I can't. Hey, that was Desiree, y'all. Go back with the gloves on here. Wow. Okay. Number 5. In addition to being CEO of Rock Nation, upon information and belief, Desiree is part owner of the company. Rock Nation was founded in 2008 by music icon Jayz and has become one of the most influential entities in the entertainment and sports industries. Rock Nation represents chart-topping musicians, elite athletes, influential entertainers, including Rihanna, J. Cole, Shakira, Kevin Durant, and Shaquan Barkley. The National Football League contracts Roc Nation to organize and select performers for the Super Bowl halftime show. Roc Nation also assists artists with creating content for concerts and movies. Desiree, as CEO, has an army of tech staff with access to the best technology that money can buy. She also has a team of attorneys and private investigators at her disposal. Despite her current position, Desiree's background and discreet rise to prominence was highly unusual. Unfortunately, Desiree passed, and her abandonment of Desiree, which is her daughter, is the root cause of the current friction between a mother and a daughter. Okay, let me pause really quickly because I kept saying in the last video, what would be Desiree's motive to allegedly have committed these acts against her daughter, to try to tear her daughter apart from, allegedly, of course, from Javon, Demaree's husband. What would be Desiree's motive? Like, why would someone do that to their daughter, allegedly? Okay, so this looks like it's trying to explain slightly this sentence when it says, despite her current position, Desiree's background. Unfortunately, Desiree's past and her abandonment of Desiree is the root cause of the current friction between a mother and daughter. So was there a period of time she abandoned her daughter? Okay, let's keep reading. Their relationship is unfortunate, sad, and disheartening. More disappointing, their relationship could have been repaired through alternative means, but Desiree chose to employ heavy-handed tactics instead. Woo. Desiree's past as a drug trafficker, confidential informant, fraudster, and fugitive. Woo. It's going into this now. This is the next section. Despite participated in federal drug trafficking activities in 1990s under her prior name, Desiree Reynoso. Okay, and this goes into United States District Court. It's like exhibits or something right here. I can't, I'm assuming, yeah, okay, this is just a screenshot of her criminal past. And again, you guys, this is all alleged, and these are civil claims alleged against Desiree Perez. And these were brought forth by her daughter. Okay, number 43. Following Desiree's federal indictment and arrest, she was originally sentenced to 30 months imprisonment. However, Desiree became a confidential informant and provided information to federal law enforcement, which caused the government to file a motion eliminating her 30-month prison sentence. So becoming an informant, and this is the mix interjecting, eliminated her prison sentence. Okay. Okay, y'all. While engaged in narcotics trafficking activities, Desiree gave birth to Desiree in November of 1994. Even after Demaree's birth, Desiree continued to engage in criminal conduct. For instance, local law enforcement arrested Desiree in April of 1996 for a slew of fraudulent criminal activity, including organized fraud, grand theft, and several counts of uttering a forged instrument. So again, this section is about Desiree's criminal past. Wow. Okay, and it's giving, wow, they got receipts. Okay. When Desiree got arrested on state court charges, she had already been sentenced to federal prison, but was still on bond. Her surrender date got delayed to at least August 12, 1996. See United States versus, and they cite in the case law. Okay, number 5. And you guys, channel donation information is the ticker. Like, share, subscribe. Channel donations, the Mix, PayPal, Okay, and you can find more information for donation information in the description section. Okay, so this complaint further states her surrender date got delayed to at least August of 1996. Okay, as shown on her federal probation affidavit, Desiree later fled to New York while on probation and became a fugitive from justice. Wow. In March of 1998, New York officials arrested Desiree for grand larceny, criminal use of drug paraphernalia, and criminal possession of a firearm. How did she, wow, get to work for Roc Nation with this? Okay, the article further cites Desiree pled guilty in New York state courts, but was only sentenced to a conditional discharge. So they drop receipts about Desiree's criminal past in this alleged complaint. Desiree was eventually sentenced to 9 months imprisonment for violating federal probation. Choosing a life of crime over motherhood. Also, this is how all the friction kind of began, since Desiree, and this is the mix interjecting, was a child. So she was allegedly abandoned by her mom because her mom wanted to be an American criminal. Okay. And that's, hey, this is her past. This is the past section. Okay. Choosing a life of crime over motherhood Desiree dumps her infant daughter, Desiree, on Demaree's maternal grandfather, Julio, and his longtime partner, Olga. Growing up, Desiree referred to Julio as Abuelo and Olga as Mamie, which Desiree despises to this day. In 2002, almost fresh out of prison, Desiree somehow became the owner of the 4040 Club in New York. Somehow. Next page. Ooh, here's the addresses and receipts. Sheesh. They got receipts in this complaint. I love a complaint like this. Drop the receipts, the exhibits in the middle of it. Okay, Desiree has mostly remained in greater New York City area since then and chose money, power, and influence at all costs. To the outside world, it appears that Desiree turned her life around and became a successful CEO. But secretly, Desiree continued to engage in acts exposing herself and others to both civil and criminal liability, which a state prosecutor noted in her closeout memorandum relating to Javon's fraudulent arrest. So, and this is the mix interjecting. So it looks like Desiree, according to this complaint, has been fraudulently arrested. Okay, the article, the complaint further cites as related to this lawsuit. Desiree conspired with others to illegally record the Hadleys in their bedroom, hack Demaree's iPhone, and unlawfully detain the Hadleys on several occasions, which included concocting false evidence against them. Candidly, it is difficult to imagine that a mother would do the acts listed below to her own child, but the screenshots included in this complaint prove otherwise. Oh my gosh, and it's a footnote here. Footnote is in the closeout memo. Come on now, what's going on? No. Go back. I'm trying to see that footnote. In the closeout memo. Okay, in the closeout memo. Come on now. In a closeout memo, Desiree is the victim's mother and Desiree is the alleged victim. Okay. Okay, oh, it's more. Oh, wow. Desiree, okay, in this section is Desiree unlawfully, as you can see here, it's in black font. Desiree unlawfully wiretapped Desiree in Javon's bedroom. Sheesh. Desiree, at an unknown time, conspired with others to superstitiously plant a camera into the Hadley's bedroom without their knowledge, which existed since at least July 18, 2022. Desiree literally admitted this fact in a frivolous lawsuit she filed against Javon. And then see Perez et al. Versus Hadley. Wow. So they cited Desiree case against Javon, which is Demaree's husband. Okay. In her complaint, Desiree's complaint, even included a snapshot from the illegal recording device in the Hadley's bedroom. She had the audacity to have this. What? What the fuck? In her complaint, Desiree even what? The gumption. It's the audacity. This is a mix interjector. This is she's very emboldened. She walking around here like I'm the ish. I can do what I want to do. I'm the fucking police. I'm the judge and jury. Y'all see this? Oh wow. Okay, the article further cites, the complaint further cites, in addition to the illegal camera, Desiree also planted a listening device pictured below. She included this in her own complaint. It's the audacity for me. Okay. Unbeknownst to the Hadleys, Desiree kept both recording devices in their bedroom for years, which is clearly illegal. The prosecutor in Javon's frivolous criminal battery case, which Desiree facilitated, even recognized the illegal acts of recording the Hadleys in their bedroom. Desiree illegally hacked Demaree's iCloud account. Desiree also hacked or directed her highly trained technical staff at Rock Nation to hack Demaree's iCloud account, giving Desiree unfettered access to Demaree's digital data, including text messages, photographs, and videos. Desiree has witnessed her mother direct her tech team at Rock Nation to infiltrate other people's digital data, including an instance where Desiree wanted to determine how a chart-topping artist's upcoming movie got leaked. Desiree first realized her mother hacked her iPhone March 1st, 2024. On the day, Javon and Demaree's friend Sergi called Desiree after noticing that Demaree's cell phone and Apple Watch were pinging in New York. Okay, some footnotes at the bottom, y'all. It says, as you can see in the prosecutor's memo, Javon is the alleged defendant, Desiree is the alleged victim. Okay, it's just telling you us who's who. Desiree voluntarily gave Javon and Sergi access to her location. The screenshot below is from Javon's phone showing that Desiree was supposedly in New York. Wow. Ooh-wee. This is the iPhone tracking. New York. Ooh-wee. Desiree's Apple Watch also showed it was located at 5358 West 26th Street in New York. When Desiree checked her iCloud account on her phone, which she had in her hand in Miami, it showed that iPhone 2 on her account was pinging to Rock Nation's headquarters. Wow. Look at this, y'all. Ooh, receipts. These are deep receipts. Okay. The problem is that Desiree only had one iPhone device attached to her iCloud account, the one she was literally holding in her hand. Not surprisingly, Desiree's office at Rock Nation is located at 540 West 26th Street in New York, Rock Nation. Okay. Google Maps shows that 538 West 26th Street is the location appearing to Desiree's iCloud, and 540 West 26th Street, which is Rock Nation's headquarters, are literally part of the same building in New York. Ooh, sheesh. More exhibits, more receipts. Desiree's, okay, number 77. Desiree believes the iPhone device in her iCloud account, which placed her location at Rock Nation in New York, was a device cloned by her mother's team. Again, Desiree has personally witnessed her mother order her team to clone a person's iPhone for her access. And Desiree's frivolous lawsuit recently filed against Javon. She somewhat admitted to hacking Desiree's phone. Wow, it's the audacity. Desiree walking around here allegedly just doing what the she want to do. Woo! Money, power, and being an informant you could just still do criminal acts allegedly. Oh my gosh. Okay. And Desiree's frivolous lawsuit filed against she somewhat admit. Okay. Desiree filed screenshots of text messages between Desiree and Javon, but failed to adequately explain how she acquired them. And they cite Desiree's case against Javon, her daughter's husband. The prosecutor in Javon's case even noted the oddity of Desiree's ability to provide private conversations between Desiree and Javon that dated back to 2017. Right. How you giving them illegal stuff that you doing? Wow. Allegedly. As explained below, Desiree used illegal bedroom recordings, stolen iCloud data, and other means during her conspiracy to fraudulently convince people that Desiree needed to be unlawfully committed to a mental institution and drug rehab facility under Florida's Baker Acts and Marchman Act statutes. She used the same information to get Javon falsely arrested. Okay, this section, y'all, says Desiree threatened to Baker Acts Desiree. Desiree's first time threatening to commit wrongfully Desiree to a mental health institution occurred on September 14, 2023. That day, Desiree lured Desiree to her home in Pencrest, Florida, under false pretense that Desiree's uncle needed to be taken to the hospital, which was untrue. Desiree rushed to her mother's home and was confronted by her mother for an intervention. As seen below in a snippet from the police report, Desiree admitted to having an intervention for Desiree, and she hired a counselor named Victoria Hunter. Although Desiree told officers that Victoria Hunter is a therapist, Miss Hunter has never been a licensed therapist in Florida. Sheesh. Desiree convinced Miss Hunter to lie to the police and falsely claim she was a therapist. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is a lot. Desiree was not interested in her mother's intervention and demanded to leave. However, Desiree prevented Desiree from leaving by confiscating her dog. Oh my gosh. She took her dog. Desperate to leave, Desiree attempted to climb over her mother's security fence. Desiree pulled Desiree back and stated, "I am going to Baker Act you if you stay with that what? Nigger. That's a hard. I will have you committed." Y'all. Based on this, Desiree is a racist, allegedly. And this is a complaint filed against Desiree by Desiree's daughter, Desiree. This is a civil complaint, y'all. Wait a minute. So Desiree pulled Desiree back and stated, "I am going to Baker Act you if you stay with that ninja." I'm making it more friendly, I guess. I don't know how you can make that friendly, but you get what I'm saying. I will have you committed. Ooh, Ew. Desiree's statement was not some veiled threat and later came to fruition, as explained below. Desiree called 911 and requested police assistance. Desiree flaunted her power as the CEO of Roc Nation and claimed she had the Pinterest police in her pocket. So this is what Desiree's daughter is saying. Pinterest police officers arrived to the scene and eventually forced Desiree to allow her daughter to leave, but due to her influence, the officers did not press charges against Desiree for false imprisonment. The same day, Desiree showed up to Desiree's grandfather's home where the Hadleys were residing. Desiree confronted Javon and told him, "I know everything that happens with you and Desiree. If you stay with her, you're going to get yourself deleted." Sheesh. Based upon Desiree's threats, the Hadleys moved out of Desiree's grandfather's home on October 1st, 2023, and into a home located in Homestead, Florida. In response, Desiree rented the house directly across the street from the Hadleys in Homestead, pointed a camera towards their home and ordered private investigators, many who were unlicensed, to stalk and harass the Hadleys. The investigations who stayed across from the Hadleys worked for CTS Research in New York City. CTS investigators followed the Hadleys for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Let me pause right here, y'all. I wonder, are these the same people that were going around to different influencers a few months ago, trying to figure out if they were if the different influencers were being paid by someone? And I also wonder, and this is just questions, if these are the same investigators or the firm or whatever, maybe not be the exact same people, but affiliated, that went to attorney Tony Busby's client to try to see who Jane Doe was. I can't believe they're getting away with stuff like this, if that is the case, if that is true. Wow. Okay. I'm only going to read up to page 20, y'all. Many times, the CTS investigators followed the Hadleys at unsafe distances in their cars, causing the Hadleys to fear for their safety while driving. Wow. On one occasion, a CTS investigator who was unlicensed had a gun laying on the front seat while following Javon. Below is a camera used by Desiree's investigators. Wow. Desiree, and so this section is Desiree's conspired with Desiree's employer, Iconic Creative LLC. After her first plot failed, Desiree upped the stakes to have Desiree committed. Since January 2021, Desiree worked for a creative agency in Miami called Iconic Creative LLC. Of course, Iconic often worked events for Roc Nation and its artists. For 2.5 years, Desiree's salary at Iconic was approximately $65,000, and the company was in financial distress, a fact the owners shared with Desiree. And these are, so we are dealing with a lot. We are in a bit. Okay. So this is more evidence. Sheesh. But in October 2023, right after Desiree threatened to Baker Act Desiree if she did not leave Javon, Desiree received a salary increase from $65,000 to $125,000. Upon information and belief, Desiree stepped in and helped resolve Iconic's financial problems, with strings attached to controlling Desiree. Desiree found it odd because she knew about the company's financial situation. She was also ecstatic about her pay increase, of course, but little did she know what was to come. Suddenly, Iconic began asking Desiree to stay late, work longer hours, and to frequently travel. While some of the demands made sense at the time because of the pay increase, Desiree did not realize that a nefarious plot was on the way. Split up Desiree and Javon, meaning her husband. On December 12, 2023, Elizabeth Liz Fragila and Benicio, the owners of Iconic, texted Desiree stating that she was required to attend a meeting with the Nike Academy the following day. And that was in December 13, 2023. Desiree found it odd that Liz Benny told her to attend a Nike Academy meeting because the Nike Academy, Because the Nike Academy was revamping its workshop. When Desiree signed into Zoom, only one person, Rachel Thomas, was at the training. Desiree found this to be odd because every other training meeting with the Nike Academy consisted of at least 20 people. Rachel Thomas signed into Zoom and identified herself as a representative from the Nike Academy. Rachel then began asking Desiree questions that were unrelated to work. Desiree, suspicious of Rachel's intent, asked Rachel if she could record the conversation. Rachel consented. Desiree recorded the conversation and took a screenshot of Rachel. So this is the picture of the meeting she had via Zoom with the alleged Nike Academy rep. which I don't think was the case, was true. Rachel proceeded to give Desiree a quasi-psychological evaluation without Desiree's approval or consent. Upon information and belief, Desiree conspired with Liz and Benny, the owners of Iconics, to have Desiree undergo a mental health evaluation with Rachel. So Rachel was a fraud, Rachel Thomas. After the training, Desiree asked for Rachel's Nike Academy profile. Rachel agreed to provide it, but did not do so immediately, probably because it had not been created. Whew. A few days later, Desiree received a fake link showing Rachel's false affiliation with Nike Academy. Upon information and belief, Desiree and or Liz and Benny asked someone to create the fraudulent website. The website was later deleted after Liz and Benny realized that Desiree was becoming suspicious. Liz and Benny required Desiree to attend 2 other training sessions with Rachel Thomas. The last one occurred before Christmas. At the time, Desiree did not know Rachel's true identity. But in reality, Rachel Thomas was really a woman named Rachel Bernstein. Rachel Bernstein is a licensed marriage and family therapist from California who specializes in actual cults and has a podcast on actual cult recovery. What? Oh, wow. Whew. Okay, y'all. This was a lot. It was definitely a lot. I'm gonna do a part 2 of this and probably be able to get through it. But yeah, this is diabolical. This is insane. I'm borderline speechless. The amount of alleged fraud, fraudulent activities, according to this complaint, it's insane. It's insane, and it's the audacity for me. It's like, you have the audacity to do this? You have the audacity to go to the courts, go to law enforcement officers with this evidence that came from you, like illegally obtained, allegedly? Oh, wow. So, y'all, I would do a part 2 on this. Let me know your thoughts down in the chat. This is insane. Like this video, share this video, you guys. I will talk to you all soon. Donate. I will come to you with a part 2. So, this is the complaint that I'm reading. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.